Hello everyone, barely past year. This video is going to be a little bit different from the videos that I've been uploading. Seeing that this is the last week of our 60 days, I wanted to sit down and talk about something that's just been on my mind recently. Usually when we lose or break something, we could pick it back up, fix it. At least that's what I thought. I would say in the earlier years of my life, I kept everything relatively close to me. My items, my passions, my friends, and my ideals. Everything fit into a nice little sort of box within my life. I never thought that I was going to lose them. And if I did lose them, I would be able to find it somehow through reconnecting, searching for it, or just maintaining it all. But I realized recently that this isn't how life is. That you can't keep everyone in your life. That some ideals have to change. Now, I'm not saying that relationships can't be rekindled and ideals can't be changed back, but the lessons of life and the wisdom that you gain living it make you realize that some things just have to be left behind. Sometimes you're the one that's left behind instead. I look back sometimes to the friendships that have died, people that I thought I would be talking to for a lifetime, just for them to stop talking on a random weekday. It is an active choice for them to stop, and consider that your friendship with them is not worth the effort that it takes. I'm sure you learned this, whether it was a friend, family member, or someone you had romantically. There is a lesson in every loss, and you can actively make a decision or change within yourself through that loss. I would say I've been through a good bit of loss recently, and it made me reflect a lot on life. How exactly do we deal with loss? I'm sure with everyone, we all deal with loss a little differently. Some of us rely on others. Some of us shut out the world and stay within a small bubble to keep to ourselves. Some of us are self-destructive or begin to become reflective. Some of us wear a mask, pretend everything is fine until a point where we realize we didn't heal at all. I was a little bit specific on that last one because I was that last one. For a good period of time during one of the greatest moments of loss for me, I would act like everything was fine, that nothing had affected me. Deep down inside, I don't think I realized how much the loss had affected me, my everyday actions, and my mental health. I've grown to become better at dealing with loss in a healthier way, which in turn has led me to reflect a lot more. Some people come and go, and I think the best thing to do is wish them the best of luck and continue focusing on yourself and improving what is around you. As this channel comes to an end, I've learned a lot about video and audio editing, recording, thumbnail creation, and an overall grasp of content creation. I'm far from anything an actual content creator can make, but it was nice to learn all these skills. It was great to collaborate with all my friends and see what ideas they had throughout this journey. I highly recommend doing something like this, even if it only lasts 60 days. Who knows? Maybe it could last even longer. But I do want to shift this video into something a bit darker. I apologize for the heavy subject in advance, but I want to focus not on the action that we take for loss, but the inaction of loss instead. What do we do when there's nothing left to do? No matter what decisions you make, what actions you take, the outcome is the same. The result is the same loss that you had initially. A loss that you can't grasp at anything to bring back. Recently, one of the other hosts in this channel and I had the misfortune to go through this type of loss. For me, this was the first time that I dealt with this loss on a very personal level. One that, while I don't think it affects my everyday life, it certainly has and twist that I probably just don't realize. When you wave goodbye to a friend and wish them the best of luck, you know that someone out there, they continue to thrive and be the best versions of themselves. But what happens if you know that that version would never come to be? That no matter what is done by anyone, there's nothing to bring them back. Anything is possible before then, but once it's over, you can't do anything. A smile, a laugh, a handshake, or a hug, a drink to share, or the stories to tell. All of it is gone from the world, with their memories, photos, and stories being the remnants of who they are. The times I reflected on this are completely different from any other loss. And I think that's because of the idea of inaction. I'd admit that I've wronged people in the past, and maybe some actions could have been done differently. But for this loss, I think the inaction echoes throughout the loss that it produced. This type of loss is something that can't be recovered by action, because it was the lack of it in the first place. Or maybe that's what I tell myself. Some people point fingers, pick and choose who rightfully can feel for the loss, but I don't think this type of loss belongs to any unique individual or group. A loss of a person is a loss to the world, and we shouldn't conflate their life and their loss with our own personal vendettas or preferences. It is better to remember who that person is, what values they uphold, and the life that they lived. I like to think that we should live our lives twice as much, or more, to make up for the loss, to honor their memory and who they are. It is a tragic end, but it's better to make up for it so that you could tell stories that emulate their values and life story. Although no action can be done to take back the loss, we can remember the loss and build upon more memories to tell them when you see them again. The last time I spoke to my good friend, we were at a con dressed up as Kishibe and Uzui from Chainsaw Man and Demon Slayer. We were complaining about our other friends being late and chatted for 40 minutes about life and what we were expecting from this con. Walking around, checking out the costumes and enjoying the little stores and shops, it was a pleasure to see how we all interacted with each other. It was almost as if we were in high school again, making up for the time and just goofing around. He later sent me photos of the con on Instagram, and I just liked the images. I wish I said more, that I had a photo of the entire group in our costumes, and a promise that we will go again this year. Now, although my friend group are going again, the only way we could honor him is to bring him along. A little Kishibe plushie to carry with the group. He'll never be the same though. I think that the message I want to spread with this video is to avoid the inaction of loss. I personally know how hard it is to reach out to others, continue doing checkups, but you should do it. You never know what somebody is going through or what they are hiding. Spend time with your friends, your loved ones, and yourself. Take care of yourself and others. We are all learning from life, one step at a time. Although my friend is gone now, I aim to live my fullest life, so that when I see him again, I could tell him the countless stories, catch up, and laugh again over a drink or a meal. You never know how far a simple conversation can go, and how harsh inaction can be when it comes to loss. So, I leave it at this. I don't know where my friend is right now, but I like to think that I would find him someday. Give him some flowers and share a meal together, but for now, this will do. I would like to take a moment of silence for my friend Justice and the life that he lived. I love you, brother. I'll see you on the other side.